We basically get a clarification on some of the things, I guess. Yeah, so. Alright, so that is the trailer, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, from what I was saying in the other videos, we got a confirmation right there. Tier 7 is coming. And oh boy am I excited for this next update. I hope that they, do things right with it. But it is looking to be a big update for aviation, this patch. And those, as you can see, if you look further on these planes, they are no over. You see the red star. So let us see if the silhouette matches up with the with the plane. And yeah, I don't know, it kind of matches up, right? I mean, if we just zoom in, wait, oh shit, it's not letting me zoom in any more than that. It does, I don't want to say it is a MiG-23, but then again the silhouette kind of matches this image that we have on screen. Yeah, we got a new logo too. I made it myself actually. But yeah, we MiG-23, the flogger. So Mikkel and what is it? Shit, I forgot the names of the two. But yeah, this is pretty much the MiG-23 right here, and all of its glory. That cockpit is so beautiful, man. Russian cockpits are so nice. They have that distinctive. They have that sort of. They have that sort of crayon blue, and it's just so Soviet, like Russian, like, So, who knows? I mean, I'm recording this video a little bit later than expected, of course. But I wanted to just wait it and just to think about the sort of stuff I wanted to say. Another note, yes, I know the what's the plane called again? The Sea Vixen F, I know that that's coming. So obviously, another thing to point out here is that, this is a T-ATU, and this is a Leo 2A6. At first, when I first watched the trailer, I think this is actually a new map too. It's interesting, and the color grading is a little bit different on this map. As you can see, it's more what are the words? Ah, I fucking bugged it now. Shit. So as you can see, the gun side is changed. Yes, there it is. Okay, but here's something interesting. This right here is a SAM missile to your right of the plane. You see it, it's coming up, you know. And those are just regular MiG-21 bisses on the floor there. And it's kind of interesting that they finally implemented air-to-air missiles at the airfield. I think it's great, but I think they did wait a little bit too much for it. But nonetheless, it is here, and yeah, there are some other changes coming. Of course, there's a lot more changes, but man, just look at the impact of that. I mean, this is definitely a new vehicle. Not so sure on it. I think it's definitely German, and that's is I'm confused about this because when I first saw this plane, I thought it was an IL-40, but considering all the other videos I've watched, lots of people saying it's the X-28, so it's the X-28, I do believe so. If we are not mistaken, if people have got it right, which they probably have, so we can look forward to having more jet bombers again. Well, it's not really a jet bomber, but this is some kind of chassis that we already have in game. You know, it's yeah, it's German for sure. Not sure on the information on the vehicle, but it's definitely new, definitely German. And this is that one April Fool's map that we once had for the UFO aliens event, for the Green Hills event. If you remember, I really enjoyed that map. I just hope they, or it could even be the map that we also. Sorry, I got the notification on my phone. It could also be the map that we also already have in game, but just filled up with water. It also looks like one of my new favorite maps actually is that city map, and if they're gonna add different variations of it, that's pretty dope. Or it could just be the April Fool's map. It's really hard to say on that small little time we got. But yeah, so I don't want to say that they confirmed that it's coming, but they kind of did, because it was kind of a Meg 23, because of the red stars, but it could also have just been I don't know, man. I don't want to say it and then people be like, yeah, you got it wrong, and but yeah, if you look at they look like Hog Hunters, right? But then from this view, as you can see, they got the fold back wing. They've got one engine here. They've pretty much confirmed it already right now. So let's do this. Trailer, Meg. Okay, I mean, look at the silhouettes, guys. Okay, so this would be the wing, because it's foldable. Oh shit, they only showed it us for a second because they didn't want to give it away too much. So that's the wing, and this is the this is, what is this, fuck, forgot the fucking names. It's too early. It's too early, but yeah, you get, because that's that part which is here. This is the wing with the Russian star, and if we take a look, Russian star, And that bit there and that bit there is. Wait, I'm just trying to give some more solid proof that it is a meg, but that bit's this. Here, that's the intake. So, tier 7s definitely coming, and the Meg 23 is what date? I actually don't know this question, so let's take a quick look. Mikalian and Grovich Mikalian. Okay, first flight 1967. Introduction 1970. Prime users was the Soviet Union, the Bulgarian, the Indian Air Force, and Syrian. And it was number of planes built 5,047, and that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. The amount of planes they built. And they had so many different variants of it too. Like, you know, we also had the Polish. I hope they add like the Polish at some point to Warthunder, or you know, some kind of new nation that's on the Eastern Bloc, like maybe Yugoslavia even, you know, because Yugoslavia can bolster that. So yeah. Now we're just looking at the YouTube channel. Interesting. Okay. So yeah. For some reasons I cannot play the music for this, well I can, but get copyright strike and you know, so I will leave a link in the description for you guys to see it, and yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I know it's a bit of a weird video outlook, but yeah, I was gonna do a video on the Sea Vixen, but I read it and I thought I was a little bit frustrated with some of the text, because some of it, you know, they're saying that it's a unique aircraft. I mean, it's a unique aircraft for Britain. I agree with you on that point, but it's not really a unique aircraft in such, because we already have, you know, we already have planes that can carry no missile, that can carry only missiles. Like for example, the Buccaneer, the Phantoms can also be take the minigun away and have only missiles, and AM7. So as far as I'm concerned with that dev block, I do feel the dev block is a little bit like, you know, it's a tier 5 premium. And one of the interesting thing is if it's a tier 6, if they're adding tier 7, sorry, my bad, if they're adding tier 7, right, then how is a tier 5 premium good for that tier 7 bracket, unless they are not adding anything for it in this patch, only the premium, which would kind of be sad, not gonna lie. Like, you know, we have stuff that we can put that battle rate in, and also Germany has similar things too, you know, and other nations also, because we made it in a joint collaboration. So it is interesting that we finally come into the 70s, like the proper 70s, which is actually where the T2 should actually be. Granted, it's not really supposed to fight. It was made this time, but I don't think it was. We already have planes from the 70s. So my guess is you know, F-14. Let me see, F-14. I'm pretty sure it was 1974. Um, yeah, introduction 1974. Look at this fucking plane, and that is what that Meg is gonna go up against at some point. Maybe even the prototype. But that is such a beast of an aircraft, man. Especially when you talk about Top Gun. And that was the plane that, Tom Cruise flew and stuff like that. What an amazing aircraft it is. It really is beautiful. And I do believe, does it get the 20mm Gatling cannon? I think it does, right? One would assume, because America loves big guns like that, that they should, yeah, this thing here. This thing right here, they could probably add that, maybe. I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't know what plane they're gonna add. This is the most likely one, I would say, but Gaijin has also Gaijin will probably add something else if they feel like they need to, but the AM-54 Phoenix, long range air to air BVR, beyond visual range missile, 1974 to present, used in United States Navy, former, and the Iranian Air Force. This is one of the missiles that I don't think we will get right now because the jets just don't have the big enough maps for it. Yeah. So I think it most likely will be. It will most likely be the F-14, but I don't want to say it is, nor do I have any proof that it is. But if they're adding the MiG-23, what is the counter to the MiG-23, and what was around in the 1970s that was dominating, what was made, obviously would be the F-14, I guess. I mean, there's other planes that they could have, sure, and maybe they might add something that's evenly matched with the MiG-23, which maybe would be the F-14, but I don't want to say it's the F-14. But because we have kind of solid evidence ish on the trailer that the plane that's flying over that says Tier 7 is confirmed, and it kind of looked like a MiG-23. I don't want to say it is, and so we get some kind of dev server. But hey, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, leave a subscribe. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do more of these kind of controversial. No, it's not really controversial, is it? Because I'm reacting to the trailer and on what I perceive to be the vehicles. Now, also, I agree with other content creators that have said that it's this, and this vehicle, but I don't want to be like saying that it is 100%, because even though it looks like the MiG-23, it could just be an F-11, It could just be an F-11, because if you look at the F-11, it is looking a lot like, it does look a lot like, the F-11 does look a lot like what we saw. So, I mean, I don't know. It's really hard to say, but I don't want to confirm that the MiG-23 is coming, nor do I want to confirm the F-14 is coming. I mean, the kind of things that we can confirm is like, you gotta go look at the Yak 2028, which basically confirms that because you saw it properly in the trailer. But things that we didn't see all too much was that Meg 23, which we cannot say it is a Meg 23. For all we know, it could be a Meg 23, but whether or not they're gonna add it, well, they're gonna add it, of course. But I don't want to say like, oh, the F14's coming this patch and the Meg 23 is coming without any solid evidence or gameplay of it, or you know, just general stuff like until BVVD or Mike shows it on one of those development streams. Sorry, Mike and Oxy, and of course BVVD and the other guy. He used to be Sean. God damn it, I miss Sean. I wish they brought him back at some point. Actually, maybe he's left. I honestly I don't know what's happened to Sean, but he left Gaijin or something. I don't know, maybe. And I kind of wish that kind of wish that he'd have some kind of podcast or something that he would do or something, because the guy's a good. And I also you know, this game, like I've said in like a million other videos, has gone so, it's done so well over the 5 or 6 7. I think it's been like 7 or 8 years now I've been playing this game. It's gone really. It's 7 years now. Yeah, 7 years. If I remember correctly, my date of actually creating an account was 2013, but yeah, it's yeah, 7 or 8 years I've played Warthunder for, and it's an amazing game. I still continue to play it to this day, and I think all those people that want World War II stuff, etc. Just it's gonna happen at some point. Like they haven't stopped adding World War II stuff. It's just that more modern stuff has been added, and I know it's not really fun if like the player base only likes prop planes. Certain player bases only like prop planes. I've played with a couple people that won't even touch jets because they don't like the way it is, or they don't like the mechanics, and they just grind out the jets with the propeller planes. Um, and that's pretty cool. I think that Gaijin at some point will go back, but it might not be for another 2 years or so because they try to fulfill the trees more. It might. Honestly I don't know. I don't know anything. Like, I hope that those people that do only want World War Two stuff will somewhat get satisfied this patch with some World War Two stuff, of course. But for the most part, I do think it's mostly gonna be modern stuff being added this patch. From the dev blogs, of course, but there might be a few other things like there is that boat. That's a boat. That's there was that boat that was in the final part of the trailer, and yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a new ship, that's new boat that's coming. The Hydra, the Hydra one, the one with the Hydras underneath it. I think was it. That what you call them things? I know I don't play ships, so don't really know a lot about ships. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. Um, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And if you feel like adding anything in the comments, please do so. Yeah, I'm gonna obviously play music over the trailer, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So I hope you guys enjoyed that music, because I didn't, of course, because I didn't hear it. But I'm gonna put it in there so that you guys can hear it, so it's not complete silence. Hopefully, there is more. Maybe there's even a dev stream today. Who knows? I don't know, but I would hope so, because that's what they normally do. Is they release a trailer, a teaser trailer, and then like maybe a day or two later, there's a dev stream where they show off some of the vehicles. Sometimes it is like next week, or it just depends on if they're doing it this time around. Because sometimes they, back in the day, we never used to get dev streams. We always used to just get, if you remember back then, there was nothing wrong with it. I quite liked the system, but now they have sort of a system where it shows that basically some of the first dev server vehicles. Obviously, in the first dev server, mainly the first dev server, there's never really much there until the second, because that's when they add all the rest of the stuff. And then there's always a few surprises that actually just, sometimes there's actually surprises that just come out with a patch and nobody knew them unless you've data mined them, and then obviously you do a video on it. People do videos on it, and yeah, and then people know, and that's good. But I quite like what we have set up now with the with the dev stream showing off the first dev server. Not so sure and if I will do a video on the dev server this patch, as I really just want it to be more of a surprise, like to actually play the patch and not know everything that's coming, because when I've been playing the other dev servers, it's sort of not been as exciting as, because I pretty much know what everything's gonna be, and well, I guess I don't know. It's kind of fun either way. I play Warthunder for fun, and I think it's a cool game. And yeah, comments, like and subscribe, I guess. Yeah, I'll see you guys later. Been Red Arrow, and I'm out. Peace.